What's good, MBC? Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, David McDonald. We got Miller, we got Blackman, we got Cleo, and we have a special guest joining us tonight. He's University of Georgia football alumni and former offensive lineman for the Chicago Bears, Mr. Chester Adams. What's good, sir?
How you doing, sir?
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Good. It's a lot going on. That's like Dwayne Wade with cancer and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, well, shoot. I should have had a little room in this in these questions, but it's all good. We'll stick to the script. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. I guess in terms of just, you know, how things are versus how things used to be. So what would y'all see as one downside to, you know, modern society? What would y'all say is one downside?
Too many sensitive people.
Sensitive people?
Too
Okay.
many sensitive people and too much political correctness, which is going away now, hopefully.
Gotcha.
The political correctness is a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's top tier.
Well, hopefully that'll go away this year for the next 4 years.
Hey, Cleo, can you adjust your camera a little bit? You're getting cut off.
That's a good thing. We don't want to see him anyway.
You be all right.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's like, you know, social media can be a very useful thing. It can help you reach large amounts of people with little to no cost. But it's one of those things where once you say something or once you put something out, it doesn't totally go away. And, you know, the bigger your name is, the more likely that someone's going to archive it or save it somewhere. So once you put it out there, it's gone. So, you know, technology today enables good news to travel fast and bad news faster. So that's what I would say.
I think we live in a microwave society,
Absolutely.
and everybody wants everything right now. Nobody's willing to wait for it. And that's a problem when it comes to things that should take time and things that's supposed to take time.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is whether it goes from how you raise your kids, how you take care of yourself, the work you put in for the success that you want. And I think people don't really trust the process anymore because they want it right now. Do I go to the gym and work my body, or do I go get it physically augmented for thousands of dollars? You know, I don't believe that is the way that we progress to where we should be, and I think that's a problem. I think I mean, what's wrong with the work? The true work where you put in really tells about the person. You know, it's the impatient. It's the impatient people you got to worry about.
Absolutely.
That's just me.
You got anything, James?
I agree with what he's saying. You know, people think they can get anything on a handout, which is wrong. You know, but I agree exactly what he's saying. You know.
Gotcha. I know it's real popular for, you know, coming up in grade school and whatnot. You know, I have a lot of friends, Mom, Dad, I have a lot of friends, you know, and they looking at you like, keep living, you'll life will prove you otherwise. So I guess in terms of that's how this question is that's the focus of this question, really. How many friends do you have in real life that you actually talk to on a regular basis? And we'll define regular basis as once a week.
None. I'm gonna be honest with you, none. It's not so. And I learned that lesson when I graduated high school and became a police officer. People I thought was my friends, once I put on their uniform, never spoke to them again. They see me look the other way. So I just let it go. And now I'm learning to live with it, especially, you know, my wife being in the military. I'm only in places a certain amount of time. So I try not to make friends because I don't want to, you know, try to leave a connection or something like that behind. So it is what it is. I mean, I have people that I talk to, people I can go to, certain issues or certain things For that matter, that's about all. Nah, I don't have any friends. I'm happy seeing.
Gotcha. I know for me, I would say I got two. One of my old Army buddies, we've been knowing each other about 30 years. I talk to him, he's a teacher in Florida, and we talk about once a week. And my middle brother, I talk to him like, I said probably every other day. But I would say those are really, in terms of like someone I would call, friends or whatever. That's really the only people, that I have that, I can say that.
He who has many friends has no friends at all. As you get older, your circle of friends gets smaller, and it should, because you become more in tune with the person that you are, and you realize the people around you, some are there for a reason, some are there for a season, and it's up to you to determine which one they are. And some people find out the hard way that some people that they try to hold on for a season was on their life for a particular reason. And my best friend of over 25 years, James Norman, who was a doctor in Alabama, we don't talk all the time because I know he's busy, but that's my road dog, and we'll text each other. We have a thing, we're real big into music, and so we'll send each other music lyrics and we'll finish it off. That's our thing, so, and it's, and then my best friend in college, Brandon Miller, who I played ball with at Georgia. Those are my two. Do we talk all the time? No. But if he need me, I got him. And if I need him, he got me. And I think you realize that true friendship, as you get older and you get responsibilities and families and obligations, that you're not going to talk as much as you used to, and that's okay. And I think that's a true sign of maturity in friendship, is being able to know that, okay, hey, he might not be the answer for right now, and that's okay. So, but yeah, for me, the answer is I got two. That's it.
You make a good point about quality over quantity. So, you may not talk once a week, but you may talk once a month or once every 6 weeks. And,
I got
for an hour straight or 30 minutes straight, you catch up or whatever. So yeah, I can dig that. I got you.
I'll say I got
Go ahead.
I got two. I got one more than the other one. I got one in Mississippi that we talk a lot, and we've been together for a long, long time. So, but that's it. Around here, I talk to a few people, but it just work related, stuff like that.
You good, James?
Well, I'm totally different. It's about, I say I'll be at least talking about 1, 2, 3, 4. I say at least 6 people that I talk to on a daily basis. And it's not work related. I can call on one individual and he's there. He don't care where I'm at or whatever. He got me. What you need, man? I got you. I'm on my way. And vice versa. And that's one thing about helping each other. And that's how you build a friendship. Like Mr. Adams said, when you get older, your circle gets shorter. And I believe that. So I'll say 6 that I can count on, that I talk to on a daily basis, either for an hour, 30 minutes. Sometimes I can be on the phone with a buddy of mine for 2-3 hours laughing and joking, So, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. I guess in terms of whether you're thinking of, what you do to improve yourself as a leader, or what you look at as far as a good leadership in someone else, what's the number one quality that you would say makes someone a good leader? I mean, I'm sure there are several, but if you had to name one quality, what would you say?
How they carry themselves. But as you carry yourself, your personality has to match. And that's crazy you say that. Me and my wife was just downstairs talking. She was like, everywhere we go, somebody know you. Whether they didn't watch you move it or they just see you and there's something about you. Man, we can go to a grocery store, have somebody walk up to me and just start talking. And I'll have to ask them, how you doing? You know me? Like, no, you just seem like the person we can talk to. Oh, okay. Continue to talk, man. You helping me. My wife go ahead and shop. I don't feel like shopping. I'm sitting here listening to you. Oh, you know you.
Gotcha.
I'll say know your people. To be a good leader, you got to know your people. Who you dealing with at all times.
Yeah, I would say probably if I had to name one thing, I would say being a good communicator. Not bottom line up front, know your audience, in terms of, if some people need you to break down something a different way, for those people, because you fair, be fair and impartial with people, but sometimes you do have to communicate differently with different people for various reasons. But I would say be a good communicator.
I think consistency is most revered. People respect people who are consistent. Don't flake. Don't be fake around other people, because people can see through that more than anything. I've noticed this in many situations, even in as a teacher in school. Well, you let them get away with this, and but you lose respect like that. But if you're consistent and consistent how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you approach people, how you carry yourself, how you go about your day-to-day activities, and people see that, that I don't think you can hide that. It's hard to be a leader when you're inconsistent. It really is. I think consistency is a big one. That's just me.
That's true. But you got to realize this too, though. In order to be a leader, you got to be a follower first. You got some people that lead, then you got some people that know how to lead. But like I say, you got to be a follower in order to lead, for your standards,
Gotcha.
I kind of agree, but I think a follower, in order to be seen as a leader, has to stand out. And how do you do that? I think that's you, because I think that's the problem with our youth now, is that we are building a nation full of followers. Think about social media. Who you follow? I'm following this person, I'm following that person. Who's following you? Are you able to separate yourself and stand alone? Because leading is uncomfortable. Leading is uncomfortable. You gonna hurt some people's feelings. Okay, you gonna have people mad at you, because you're gonna have to separate yourself, because you're going toward a different goal than they are. So if you want to be a follower, that's fine. And I get what you're saying, because you have to be able to follow the lead. But what are you doing to separate yourself from the other followers? Because if you're just gonna follow somebody, where are they leading you? How many followers do you have? I ask my kids all the time. Well, I'm following this person, following that person. Well, who's following you? And are you really impacting them in the actions that you do every day? Which goes back to consistency to me. That's just, but I tie back to consistency, because as a follower, I got to stand out to lead, or I'm just gonna fall back in the crowd and nobody's gonna notice. You know what I'm saying? That's just. I'm not trying to make a debate. I just think that that's the issue with our kids now. Nobody wants to lead anymore, because leading is uncomfortable. And we got a real problem with social media, making our kids very, 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 very impatient with themselves, very shy. They don't like themselves. They don't like how they look. That's why most of them now wear hoodies to school. It's body positivity. Nobody wants to have fun. When they go out to the club now, everybody's sitting down. Nobody's dancing, because they're afraid somebody's gonna pull their phone out and they're all gonna record them. How do you take yourself away from all the followers? How do you separate yourself? And I think our youth don't know how to answer that question right now. And it's up to us to instill that in them, to, hey, you're gonna hurt some feelings to be a leader. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But if you do it, hey, it's okay. It's all right. And that's fine. March to your own beat, and that's okay. You don't have to follow everybody. Don't.
Most of the youth for the day don't want to be leaders, though. They want to be followers. That's
which is crazy.
It is crazy.
That NBA young boy stuff. So
it's crazy, but that's what it is. They don't want to lead.
Right.
They will follow anybody and anywhere
Because
to stop themselves from being a leader.
it's uncomfortable to lead. That's the problem. It's uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
You're not gonna be liked by everybody. You're a leader. You're not.
You ain't got to tell me. I'll take respect over like any day of the week.
Absolutely.
Long as you do it, long as you respect me, you ain't got to like.
You ain't gotta like me, but you can respect me. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Gotcha.
Drinking on clear.
You know I'm a Scotch drinker.
I stopped drinking, man.
Stop drinking.
Yeah.
You recorded up?
Yeah, this past weekend, yeah, I had to, man.
All right.
When you gonna start back?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So it was my homeboy's birthday, right? And we was at the bar, man. So honestly, I don't know what we doing. I'm paying for his drinks and the bartender. I'm drinking Jose Cuervo and Coke. Back to back. And Coke's about this big. So the bartender, she ended up switching it up, talking about, hold on, I thought you had pineapple juice. I was like, forget it. Pineapple and Jose Cuervo. Taking them back to back. And yeah, it was crazy. Everybody fanned out on my homeboys. Everybody just discombobulated. They talking about I done leaned over the counter and asked the bartender on a date. I'm like, come on, y'all tripping. It was like, yeah, you had her pinky promise you and everything. I was like, come on, you tripping, for real. I got a whole wife. I'm asking people on a date. Somebody bullshit. Somebody lying. They were like, nah, bro, you did. I was like, it's time to stop drinking. And they said I disappeared like 5 times. Well, I went to. They said I went in the bathroom. No, I was like, come on, y'all tripping. All of us was drunk. Nobody.
Drinking with guys that drink and you wasn't used to it.
No. They the one was throwing up. I wasn't throwing up.
What we doing in the bathroom then?
No, I wasn't in the bathroom.
Oh, I thought you said you was in the bathroom.
No. They said they was looking for me. They looked in the bathroom. I went outside. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, anything. I mean, you can look. It's all kind of positive ways you can look at it. I mean, I guess me and my being small minded, I'm like, hey, it's cheaper not to. I mean, that's a start, you know. And then
you gotta know how to drink.
Self control is a good one.
I'm drinking now. Because
I'm not gonna drink until I get drunk. I don't care who I'm with.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. As far as like consistency and everything, I know this next question kind of ties into it for me. What is your favorite quote? I know for me, it's like, I mean, you know, and I will say I sometimes I've gotten the short end of the stick, but my favorite quote is "Do unto others as you'd have them to do unto you," you know. And if I learn a lesson, as far as like dealing with someone, you know, that doesn't have my best interest at heart, it's like, okay, it's a lesson learned, you know, keep it moving. But I mean, that's my favorite quote. What y'all got?
Mine is love yourself more than ever.
Where you at, man? I can't see you. What did you say?
Love yourself.
Okay.
That's my quote.
What you got, Jay?
A while ago.
What's that, AJ?
I came up with my own quote like 2 weeks ago. Cause man, I ain't gonna lie, I've been so busy, man. So I rely on other people to try to make stuff easier for me. Mm-hmm. But then when they don't do it, I'm like pissed off at them, and it's like, come on, man. But then I started telling myself, don't get mad or frustrated at somebody for doing something that you could have did yourself. So I had to constantly keep telling myself that, because I expect them, you know, I got a lot on my plate. So I expect them to help me make it easier. But then when they don't do it or don't come through, I'm like angered at them, talking to us to them. I'm like, come on, man, you gotta relax. Because you could have did it yourself. Ain't no need for you to feel that way. So yeah, it's a positive vibe. I had to vibe check myself, man.
And it's about you too, so you shouldn't be blaming them for it.
Yeah. It's that American dream, man. You get busy, you need yeah.
What you got, Chester?
I have two. I go through them quick. The only thing a miserable person can tell you is not to do it. I think so many times we take advice from people who are absolutely miserable. And how can you give me advice when you're miserable? The only thing you tell me to do is not do what you do. I think a lot of times we let that, I think women fall victim to this more than anybody. Men do too, but I think women do more. But that's one. And then my other one is one of my favorite that I live by, is don't give up on what you want most for what you want the most. And I think that's a lot of things. That goes to marriage. Hey, she looked good. I want to go out there and knock her boots off. But hey, I got a strong marriage. I got a good wife at home. That's tough, man. That goes back to maturity. So yeah, don't give up on what you want most for what you want the most. I used to tell my football player when I was coaching. Hey, what you want what you want most? We want to go state championship, coach. Okay, so what you want? So at the moment, you don't want to run this rep hard, or you don't want to run this sprint hard, or you want to skip a day of workouts. That's so. If the end goal is a championship, you give up on that by what you right now because I don't feel good. I'm tired. My body's weary. I'm hurting. So so what you want most versus what you want the moment is you can't do that. So yeah, don't sacrifice what you want most for what you want most. Those are my two.
That's it.
So let me ask you a question. I don't know if you heard this or not, but being you in the sports world too, and it's a short question. Cam Newton, Shay took and asked Cam Newton what would he give up his MVP for a Super Bowl. He told him no. Self gratification is better than any Super Bowl. So how you feel about that?
I think that depends on the individual. What's the culmination of your career? What are the greats held to a standard on? I mean, think about that.
We know he had a good career.
He did, but was it great? What are the greats held to a standard of? Championships. We can say that. Cam was great. Cam got an MVP season, went to the Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, he didn't accomplish his goal. If I'm being totally honest, as great as Cam Newton is and all the great things he's done, he will always be known for not diving the ball in the Super Bowl.
But that's what he's saying. His MVP was better than the Super Bowl because it was self-gratification.
Was he better than the Super Bowl, or does Cam have that much confidence in himself? I think that's
he got that much confidence in himself. I don't need the Super Bowl. I'll take the MVP because I did it. I proved that I did what I was supposed to do, is what he was saying.
Okay, so let's flip the script. Right now, the whole year has been Allen versus Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen for the MVP. That's all everybody talking about is those two guys. I think both those guys right now would trade that to be where Patrick Mahomes is.
Without a doubt, most people would. That's why I asked the question: was that right or wrong?
So I think it's a case by case or person by person scenario. And basically with Cam, I can see him saying that he won his MVP over the Super Bowl. But I think Cam caught so much flack off that Super Bowl. I think his mindset might have kind of transformed over the years to just
make up for the mistakes that he made.
Yeah, because that MVP is what he has to hang his hat on right now. You got to think about that. That's it. So if all, it's like, I don't know if you watched Married Children back in the day, Al Bundy, four touchdowns in one game. That's all he had to hang his hat on. So he talked about it for 30 years. So I think that's a Cam thing, But you ask Lamar Jackson, you ask Josh Allen right now, would they give their left nut to be where Patrick Mahomes is?
Well, that's a guy that's looking out for more than himself. He's looking out for the team.
Absolutely.
Cam's word, he's looking out for himself.
And in doing that, he's already the GOAT talk. Already. And he ain't got 7 Super Bowls like Tom, but he's already in the GOAT talk. That's just how I see it.
I got you. You had anything, James, before we move on? You had anything on that question? Favorite quote?
Mine is Lord have mercy. I say that a lot. Huh? I say that, I know I said at least 20, 30 times a day.
I'll make you say it before you leave tonight.
But you know what? James? I appreciate that because that's like a double entendre. It can be used in several different ways. You can literally say that and be asking the Lord for help, or you can say that when something don't make sense. You can say that when a fine woman would walk by. Think about the many ways you can say, "Lord, have mercy." How many different ways it can be used? Think about that. And so I like that, James. I like that. you see a fine girl walk by. Lord, have mercy.
Positive or negative.
Right.
Yeah, positive or negative.
Yeah. I guess speaking of professions, whether you currently work or whether you're retired, I guess just thinking back to your previous job, if that's the case, other than money, what else have you gained from that job? I know for me, it's born overseas, raised in the States, went to the military after high school, and I know for me, I can say the military gave me it expanded my family tree. I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 people I keep up with on a monthly basis. And, I'm saying like keep up with like other than Facebook, you know what I'm saying? I don't, Facebook is, hey, happy birthday. And only reason I remember because I saw it, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like actually keep up with. I said for me, I gained an expanded family. That's what I got. What y'all got?
I say I got to go with the military too, but back in my younger days in the military, went in there young, didn't know nothing, and they taught me everything.
Okay.
And they built me.
You talking about like life skills or you talking about just the
life skills,
okay.
Come out of my shell, talk to people, move around,
yeah,
enjoy what you were doing. So it taught me a whole lot. And, when I went overseas, I was like a madman. Young. I mean, I was young. I went in at 17, and it was a thing that they built me into a man.
Gotcha.
I would have to say military as well too, but it brought me out of my shyness. It brought me, I would say, a extended family, like you said. Because there were certain things I kept bottled up inside, but when I got around comfortable people, I feel that the weight was falling off me. Trying to be more comfortable. Around different individuals. Didn't care what other folks would say or do. So I was saying military would help me as well too.
You want me to go, AJ, or you going?
You go ahead, bro. I know you from somewhere, man. I don't know where. I know you from somewhere, man.
AJ, he's a Bama boy too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know him from somewhere, man.
I'm a high school special education teacher. I teach kids with autism.
That's why AJ know you from right there. Stop.
Hey James, Lord have mercy.
That's a good one,
yeah, I'm a high school special education teacher, man. I teach autism level 3 to high function autistic kids. I love what I do, man. I don't feel like I go to a job. I love my kids. They're great. People, every time I tell people I'm a special ed teacher, they're like, "Oh, bless your heart." I'm like, I love my job. If you're gonna tell you, "Oh, bless your heart," you talk to the gen ed teachers because these kids are bad. These kids are they're bad. It's out of control. But what I've gained from my job is perspective and appreciation. Because I look at those kids and I see the things that they deal with, and I see the things that parents go through, and you know, the road travel they had to get into the point they are now to be in high school and all the different quirks they deal with. And I got two girls, man. I got a 10-year-old and I got a 3-year-old. And I can say I truly thank God, man, because I know it could have gone another way. And I love what I do. I love the interaction with my kids, but I realize the discipline and the time and the care that it takes to deal with kids with disabilities, man. You know, it's not easy. It's not. It really tests your patience. It really tests your strength and some days your sanity. You know, but these parents have done it, and they should be commended, man. And I love what I do. I love interacting with people, with these kids, and I don't even see them with disabilities anymore. I see them as kids who are trying to live a life, you know. So that's why I love what I do, man. So if I was saying anything, it's definitely perspective and appreciation. Yeah.
All right, AJ, you the last one.
I'm gonna go back to law enforcement. Being 19, jumping into law enforcement. At first, before going to the academy and all of that, I was real, I'm gonna say this, real fun, cool, laughing guy. Once after all that, you start seeing reality, and it's like the job opened your eyes, man. It opened your eyes. I learned a lot. I gained a lot. And I feel like I grew. That's when my level of maturity came as a man, when I started to have to make the decisions for people way older than me, or just seeing how people act and how that impacted everybody in that environment they was in, which also helped me get in that mind state of, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to act like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start while I'm young now and switch everything. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that.
Gotcha. All right.
What part of Bama you from, man?
Luverne, man. Luverne finest.
Luverne. Hey, you know Tony Black?
Tony Black?
Blackman. Yeah.
I don't know. How old is he? Because he might be a lot of my age range.
Shit, my dad is, I don't know, 50 something. I don't know.
Honestly, I might know him. I know he probably knows me, but a lot of people in Luverne know me. I don't know them. I'll be honest.
No, my dad's from Camden. You ever been to Camden? Camden, Alabama?
Camden, sure.
Yeah. That's where I know you from, man. Meadowbrook. That's where I'm from. I know I've seen you somewhere down
Chester, Camden played Luverne in football a couple years.
Yeah.
Sure did. Yeah.
Wilcox.
Yeah, Wilcox.
Yeah, I played for Wilcox.
Okay. Yeah. I know all about Camden. Most of my family is in the Camden area. That's where we're from originally. But we moved to Luverne when I was like in elementary school. So yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you a couple times somewhere.
Small world, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into this sports segment. Funny thing. Okay, so I was well, I'm gonna give I give a couple of stories or whatnot. I know I was on set for Swagger season 2 in Richmond. I was talking with this family from North Carolina, and you know they had intentionally held their son back another year to he was in private school playing basketball, so basically had another year of high school eligibility so he could continue to work on his basketball skills. So I'd heard of that happening, but I had never spoken to people that actually were walking that out. And I thought about it. I was like, okay, I can see the pros and cons in that. And then friend of mine out in the Midwest, they were like, yeah, we had this new football coach came into our public school. And what he ended up doing, he ended up bringing in kids, recruiting kids from other states. I'm not even talking about other cities within the county or within the state. He started bringing in kids out of state. And this was before NIL was a thing. And he was hoping or thinking he was going to make a splash. And, he was a one and done at that school. But and then fast forward to now, where it's now legal for kids to receive payment in high school and college. I know There was a guy in my hometown. It was rumors, you know, it never could be proven either way, but it was rumored that he was getting paid by a school like $100 a game to play for them his junior year, and I was just like, what? But I mean, and Chester, maybe you could shed some light on this. Having played college ball and stuff, what I mean, do y'all see NIL as a good or bad thing overall? I mean, yeah, we could probably identify some pros and cons, but I mean, how do y'all feel about the NIL perspective in general? What do y'all think?
I see
It's taking the fun out of the game.
What's the AJ?
It's taking the fun out of the sports. Kids are not playing because they love the sport anymore. They only playing because they know they can make a certain amount of money. And that's not fun at all. It's nothing good. Huh?
I was just gonna say I could see that, but it's like the reality is everybody can't get paid. It's only gonna be for a certain few anyway.
But those certain few makes the difference. I see that as a good thing because it evens out the colleges. If I can pay, if Alabama, since all y'all Alabamas on there, can pay all those guys and have the best team every year, they can't do it now. Everybody else can do it.
But see,
that's what you expect. You want Alabama to be the team that goes to the
You want Alabama to be the team. I want Norfolk State, Hampton University to be the team. You know?
I'm not used to watching Alabama lose. I'm not used to seeing all these 5-star recruits.
Right, because they got all the good players because of their stuff. Now, you don't have to go to Alabama to get that. And that's a good thing for the college ranking. It'll make the teams a whole lot better. One team can't dominate no more.
And see, here's one thing for me that I found out. Most people think, you know, hey, you know, someone can get paid in college or in high school to play. Well, the player is not like a professor. They're not on the school's payroll. They get paid by companies. They get paid by private foundations, nonprofits, and the companies. So the school doesn't have them bankrolled. I mean, they can't do that.
But that school is bankrupt. That school, they are doing it for that school though.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it for that school, so they're gonna keep them in that school.
Oh, boosters, yeah. They'll find a way to make it happen.
The alumni, we're gonna find the people say, now Norfolk State, they got Michael Vick over there. Oh, they're going to get some good stuff now. And the money is going to be involved right there in Norfolk State. All those guys that was leaving here, going to Alabama, going to North Carolina, and all over the place, they're going to stay right here now. Because they can make the money. They're going to be on television.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
You might well go to Bama.
What you got, Chester?
I ain't heard of Norfolk State or Hampton until I came to gym.
So you telling me you ain't heard no HBCU school, huh?
Oh, he heard it. He just died.
I heard of HBCU, but I ain't know Norfolk State and Hampton. I ain't never heard that till I came here.
You know what? I'm gonna actually agree with him. I had heard of Hampton. I hadn't heard of Norfolk State. Where I grew up at, it was Alabama State and Alabama A&M, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got, Chester?
Oh man, I was trying to let y'all get it all out before I fire off, man.
No, you good.
Okay. The NIL, as a former college athlete, I love it because people don't understand how busy you truly are and how much of your day is truly consumed with sports. They see. They see the product on Saturday. They see Alabama win those national championships. You don't know what it did to get there. You don't know. You can't get no job. And a lot of these kids, like myself, come from the slums, come from the country, come from places where your mama ain't got no money, struggling paycheck to paycheck. And now I have a chance to introduce my family to generational wealth while I'm in college, because there's no guarantee you're going to get to the pros. There's no guarantee. And the average professional career is 2.1 years. That's the average. And so what happens is, what I hope and pray that these universities are doing, I've heard a lot of them are doing, is they're teaching these young men how to handle this money. They're bringing in financial investors to teach them how to handle money. They're bringing in people to teach them, hey, because a lot of guys, I don't know if y'all saw that ESPN documentary called Broke. where literally these guys get millions of dollars dumped in their lap at one time, and they don't know how to handle it. If you don't come from money, you don't know how to handle money. That's why Peyton and Eli know how to handle their money, because they came from money. Archie had money, still got money. So, but as far as the reach of my fellow, and dog, I'm a true Michael Vick fan. I love Vick. I'm a huge Vick fan. I got to meet him. It was awesome. He doesn't have the reach that Prime did. He doesn't have
Oh no, he ain't got that reach.
He lost that, and what people don't understand, Prime, a lot of stuff he did is because of people he knew. Being able to get custom suits for the team, being able to get them on chartered flights, that was all Deion Sanders. So I don't think Norfolk State is gonna get that. I think they're gonna get a little shy in the beginning, but the moment they lose a game, it's gonna flake off. I think it's different. And I hope I'm wrong. Please hear me. I hope I'm wrong. But I don't see what Prime did at Jackson State, him doing it at Norfolk State. I hope he does. I really do. And the other thing is that
unless he put on a jersey.
Hey, so are you? And what type of players are you getting? What type of reach do you have? Because at the end of the day, it's about recruiting. Who can you get in the building and not only get them there, but keep them there? Because it's one thing to get the guys on campus. Can you keep them on campus? Which goes back to the NIL deals. What the NIL deal has done, AJ, with your beloved Alabama, is leveled the playing field. Why do you think your boy Nick chucked the deuces? Because he saw it. First of all, he saw how selfish the players were becoming. Because money only reveals more of what you really are. That's what money does. People think, oh, money ain't gonna change me. Yes, it will.
Yeah.
The right amount of money will change you. It reveals your character. And when you got some selfish players and they want more, or you making promises to families, oh, we're gonna do this for your son, that your son, and people gonna hold you to that. And Nick would give away all them cars and Dodge Challengers and Chargers and Durangos and Rams. Well, now guess what? I ain't gotta come to your place and get no money. I can go somewhere else and get money. And the money talk, bullshit walk. Who just won a national championship? The person with the biggest doggone NIL roster. Ohio State with a $20 million roster. It leveled the playing field.
It leveled it.
And
yes.
as my homeboy said, it's good for college. Am I mad that Georgia lost? Absolutely.
I feel like they should just take.
He said Georgia. He didn't say Alabama now.
I'm a dog at heart, but you know, if Alabama ain't playing Georgia, I root for Alabama. But if they put my dogs, you know, I gotta go with my dogs. But it leveled the playing field now. So here's the thing, AJ. Do I go to Alabama and fight for a position, or do I go to another team and be the man and still get paid?
But the national championship belongs in Alabama. I'm just throwing it
No,
out.
it don't.
No,
it don't.
And you're right.
Belongs
It
in
did. And Nick Saban knew that. But guess what? At the end of the day, when that money starts spreading out, Nick knew, okay, the advantage that I had, I didn't have anymore. And now the sanctions and the doggone ramifications that a lot of these schools, you got Tennessee putting money in McDonald's bag to get these kids on recruiting visits. You don't have to do that anymore because now the money's there. So now it's basically now on your recruiting pitch, how much money can you promise these people? It's based on the player. Like right now, a good quarterback is going for $1 million in college. Good receiver, Jeremiah Smith, the receiver at Ohio State, is making $500,000. Where was he gonna make that anywhere else?
I wish they had that when I was in school.
I don't blame Caleb. Why do you think Caleb Downs left Alabama? They got the money, and unfortunately, Alabama is a victim of where it's situated.
Yeah,
they ain't got that kind of money down the south like that. Them folks, Ohio and Texas, they got that bread, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they gonna dump it to get them championship. That's what they want. So why do you think Kalen DeBoer was pleading with the boosters? Hey, we need more money. If you want the best players, hey, boosters, hey, y'all got to dump some more money, bro. But you still have proud. You have proud, excuse my friend, you got proud white people who don't like seeing young black men with money that still, as much as they love Alabama, I don't like why I gotta donate all this money for these players to get it. Okay, don't donate it and go ahead and go ahead and go to the Peach Bowl again, or go to the Gator Bowl again, or the Gasparilla Bowl. If Kalen DeBoer go have a record like he had this year again, you know what's gonna happen. I ain't gotta tell you.
Yeah, they're gonna pay him to go away.
He going about it.
Yeah, them guys, they deserve all that money too, man. And more of them should get paid. Not just the superstars, but a whole lot of more of them should get paid too.
I totally agree. Everybody asked me, man, you got a problem with NIL? I said, listen, do I wish they had it when I was in college? Absolutely. But guess what? I'm not mad at these kids getting their money. Get your money, bro. Change your family dynamic now. Get you an investor, get you a banker, teach you how to invest that money, how to use it and don't waste it. And even if you don't go to NFL, you got money now to start your family off on the right foot.
There you go. You're already a millionaire.
Right.
You had anything, James?
I agree. But the only thing I don't like is I don't like how the ranking is. That's one of the main problems right there in the NCAA, the rankings, especially when it comes to football, you know. And then another thing I don't like, they disrespect the HBCU schools. Why you don't put them in the big bowl playoffs or big bowl games? Why already got to be the cricket bowl? You know. To the NCAA, they need to go look at if you're gonna play if an HBCU school gonna play a Power 5 school, it shouldn't be about the money, you know. It should
James,
be the.
James, I hate to tell you, big dog, that's all it's about.
Yeah, everything's about the money.
Dog. That at the end of the day, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And to get the sponsorships behind these bowls, the bowls want to see that the money they're investing in these bowls, that they get it back. And the money comes from the eyes on the TV. Okay, let's say, do I want to go see Clemson go beat in Norfolk State eyes? No, I don't want to see that, because people gonna turn the game off at halftime. It's one of the reasons why people got tired of the SEC. I mean, Georgia beat the crap out of TCU. You know how much money ESPN lost for that national championship game?
Oh yeah.
Most people turn the TV off at halftime. The game was over with. And now all of those commercial slots that they paid for, nobody's watching those commercials. And at the end of the day, it's about money and the almighty dollar. That's just how it is.
We learned that year before last when they took Florida State out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We learned that year.
Which I still think was some BS myself. That's just me.
Yeah, they did deserve it. I'm glad they put Bama in though. They did deserve it.
Because here's the thing.
They did. They did a better job because they played a better game.
If the quarterback getting hurt mattered that much, the moment he got hurt, why didn't Florida State drop in the rankings then? You let them guys play the whole year in the top 4, and then right before the final rank come out, you drop out the top 4. Make that make sense.
It don't make sense. But it was Bama.
Of course.
It was Bama. That's the only reason.
Because Bama sells.
You can't have a playoff without Bama. You can't have a national championship.
But you're going to have a whole lot of them coming up now without Bama. You watch.
Yeah.
Our roster look good this year. If you want Norfolk State to make some money this year, go tell them.
I just use Norfolk State, but Norfolk State's small. They're not going to replace Bama or nothing like that. But they in their own division, they'll make a little noise.
I don't think Kalen DeBoer is a good judge of talent. I don't think he grows talent very well. And
he's gonna come to Bama.
And he gonna find that out real quick. I don't think he evolved the talent this year. And I think that's why players are leaving. Because right now, I don't know if you noticed it, it's a mass exodus. All players leaving after 1 year of Kalen DeBoer.
You know,
Yeah,
they need to have some kind of what they call. They need to have some with that portal. Like if you enter the portal 2 times, anyway, hell you enter the 3rd or 4th time. You stand there, you ain't going nowhere.
Basically, it's turning college football into the minor league of the NFL. That's what it's turning into.
That's exactly what it is.
But what it really hurts is the recruit coming out of high school, because now a lot of coaches now they go to the portal to get what they need.
Right.
So if you ain't that dog out of high school, man, it's hard to get these coaches out, because now if I need a receiver, I'm going to the portal. If I need a running back, I'm going to the portal. If I need a quarterback, I'm going to the portal. If I need a lineman, I'm going to the portal. It's portal first. Like, it's portal first and high school second.
It's almost like you know how in office pools they do like the fantasy drafts and stuff. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. Crazy. Because at the end of the day, a guy who's been on campus, a college campus, knows what a college practice looks like, knows what a college environment looks like. I got more confidence in him that he's going, because you got to think about these coaches now, man. Their shelf life ain't long. You got to win and win quickly. And people, it goes back to that microwave society. People want instant gratification. Hey, okay, we hired you, get all this money. We want you to win now. Okay, do I take a chance on a high school player and try to develop him into the player that I think he could be or I want to be? Look at your boy Dabo Swinney, who hated the doggone portal. Look what he did.
Yeah.
You either get with it or get gone.
I mean, shoot, there was they didn't name the school at the time, but there was a school fishing in Texas talent pool. They offered Elwers like $6 million to come play for their school.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what in the world? But I mean, that's the times we live in now.
If you're a program that's a quarterback away from a national championship and you know it, you got everything you need, but the quarterback is one thing you're missing, would you not pay $6 million? Because $6 million could turn into $60 million from boosters and all kind of other stuff. When I got recruited by Alabama in 2004 and I went to their facility, they were bullshit. They were shit. It looked nasty. It was bad. I don't know if you've been in Tuscaloosa. I don't know if you've been in Tuscaloosa lately. It looks like a doggone fortress over there, because national championships bring money, big money. That's just how it is. So if I gotta spend $6 million to get $60 million, AJ, if somebody told you, hey man, if you give me $6 million, I'll give you $60 million back, would you not do?
Yeah.
You can look at Dion in Colorado, what them boys, what he done done for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta realize this too. Look, how many people did he take with him when he left Jackson State?
Exactly. So who does Michael Vick have to take with him? Nobody. It starts with the quarterback. That's the number one thing. You got to have the quarterback.
Well, see, that's the thing around here in the 7 cities. They got some talented players. I mean, they got talent around here.
You're talented, but can you win? That's the thing.
Statistics.
You go from being the man in high school to a place where everybody was the man in high school.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's a difference. Now, some people shy away from that, or some people step up to that, and that goes back to, hey, do you know how to groom talent? Do you know how to groom players? Because at the end of the day, that college is a whole different ballgame. It's where you go to actually grow up. Nobody's gonna get you out of bed and get you until you go to class on time. Nobody's doing that. You got mama in high school getting you out of bed to go to school. Nobody's doing your work for you. And so that goes back to the type of players you're recruiting. So I agree with you that there's talent in Virginia, in Georgia, in Florida, and Texas. There's talent at the wazoo. But at the end of the day, hey, can you win in this environment? Can you win when there's true competition around you?
All right, y'all.
So what you think your boy gonna do at Delaware State?
Was that Eddie George?
No, Deshaun Jackson.
You have to look at geographically where he's located. What's the talent bank in Delaware State? How many players from the South want to go play in the cold? It's all about recruiting. It's all about recruiting. Can you recruit? The best recruiters are the ones who win. That's just how it is.
Deshaun Jackson only took that job because he wanted the title of I coached at school before.
Do you think so?
Yeah. That's not the reason. Come on, Delaware State. I ain't know it was college till y'all said.
I think it's a stepping off point for him. I do. I think it's a stepping stone, which I'm not mad at. But how patient is Delaware State going to be with Deshaun Jackson? And what that comes down to is how much money is Deshaun Jackson bringing Delaware State?
Yeah.
You're here. We want you to win, but we also want you to bring in that money. Deion has unfortunately and fortunately given everybody the blueprint, but unfortunately everybody ain't Deion.
Yeah.
All right.
Deion coming to Alabama in the next 5 years.
No, he's not. For
Deion,
what?
Deion should go back to Tallahassee, but the people don't want him in Tallahassee because Tallahassee touches all the states down in the southeast that Alabama, Clemson, and all these big states recruit at. Mm-hmm. If Deion goes to Tallahassee, the SEC better watch out.
You think so?
Think about it. Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, North Carolina. How far of a drive it is to Tallahassee? The type of recruiter he is, the type of cachet he has, they don't want that. Yeah. I guarantee you the coaches in the SEC 2 years ago were glad that FSU gave Mike Norvell an extension. They were glad because they didn't want Deion down there. Back in his own stomach ground and the reach he has, he want the whole state of Florida, he's gonna have on lock. He's from Fort Myers, Florida. Come on now. He's gonna get Georgia, he's gonna get Bama, he's gonna get Mississippi, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina. They don't want that.
I think Deion, once his last son get out of college, I think he's going pro anyway.
I don't think so.
I think he's going to NFL.
I hope
he's going back to his kids once they get there.
Deion Hart has always been with the kids, not grown men.
There you go.
He's been with the kids. Those grown men have too much say in the NFL because you got too much money invested in them. Unfortunately, Deion is not going to be the highest paid on that roster on that team, and he knows that. So you can't rule with an iron fist like that on those players. You can't do that. It's different in the NFL.
Well, he done earned his respect though, and all those guys. A lot of those guys gonna respect him because he's Deion.
But guess what? At the end of the day, those owners are investing $40-50 million in a quarterback. So Deion trying to be Deion and trying to prove a point. You don't think that owner gonna come up to that doggone office? Hey Deion, hey, I know you're trying to prove a point, but we need this guy to play on Sunday. Will Deion Primetime Sanders be cool with it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, he already said he don't want to coach grown men. He already said that.
Yeah, he said it until his boys get that.
I think Florida State is really hoping that he gets down there. Well, I think Tallahassee is his stop.
If he do get there, the ACC better watch out too.
Yeah, ACC, man. Deion gonna wreck shop if Deion get the Tallahassee, bro.
All right,
because you know he got offered by Auburn.
That's right, I did hear that. Yeah.
But who runs Auburn? The alumni, boosters.
Yeah.
And he knew that, and that's why he didn't go. They flew him in. And what they were saying, he didn't like it, and that's why he didn't go there. And we're not talking about any kind of boosters. We're talking about boosters.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Super Bowl preview. So I guess our last thing we'll chop on a little bit. They what was it? 2 years ago, Chiefs, Eagles, rinse and repeat. What y'all got? What y'all got on that?
I'm hoping Kansas City. Yeah, I can't root for Philly, bro.
I'm going for the Eagles.
See, hey, Chester. See, that's coming from a rabid Dallas Cowboys fan. That's why he said that.
Exactly. I can't root for Philly, bro.
I would love to see Saquon go off in this Super Bowl, but Las Vegas gonna make their money off of Patrick Mahomes when they three-peat. Be the first time in history that they three-peat.
So, James, I'm hearing you say what's good for business is gonna happen, huh? That's what you're saying?
Yes. Look. Tell the truth, Kansas City should not even been there when they played against Houston, Houston had that game. When they played against Buffalo, Buffalo had that game. But what happened? Las Vegas said, no, we want Patrick Mahomes to be in there back to back to back.
But it wasn't Las Vegas. That was all Patrick Mahomes.
No.
He just outplayed them boys.
No. They went down and kicked the field goal, made it 32-39 with 4 minutes left on the clock. Come on now.
And Pat,
did you see the video I sent y'all?
Yeah, I watched the game.
James,
I saw the game.
James, I'm wondering, did you really watch the game right now?
Yeah, I watched the game.
You can call it the fix, you can call it refs, you can call it all you want to. The refs didn't get CJ Stroud sacked 8 times. That didn't happen. The refs didn't call that. They didn't do that. At the end of the day, as Shannon Sharp said on Nightcap, good teams are measured by, can you get done what you need to get done when you need to get it done. That's how it is. And as much as people hate the Chiefs, what it really is that they're tired of the Chiefs winning. People want to see new things. So they got to find any reason for them to be why they always in it. He did the same thing with Tom Brady. But at the end of the day,
win too much.
And honestly, if you really watch that Buffalo game, if Patrick Mahomes didn't fumble that ball on that handoff for Pacheco, that game won't get out of hand. They were gonna go up 2 scores quickly. Quickly. You have to look at the game within the game. And when you get to the playoffs, it's the best of the best. So guess what? If you know how to win tight games, you probably gonna come out on top. And they went 17 games straight where they won by less than a touchdown. That's not easy. You gotta think about this team all year long, as high powered they are, as good they are, all these Super Bowls. Last Sunday was their first time all season scoring over 30 points. First time. Because they had to go get 30.
They had to do it.
They had to get it. He knew in order to beat Josh Allen, he had to score 30 points. When they played the Eagles 2 years ago, the doggone Eagles kept the ball. They didn't snap the ball not one time within 5 seconds left on the play clock. Because they know if our best chance of beating Patrick Mahomes is him on the sideline. How long can we keep the ball? But guess what? Every chance he touched the ball, he scored. He had to. If any drive in that Super Bowl he don't score, Philly wins that game. Can you get done what you need to get done when you gotta have it? And that's what he does. If you down by a field goal, he's going to get a field goal. If you down by a touchdown, he's going to get a touchdown. It's the same thing with Brady. And honestly, they didn't change the rule when him and Brady played each other in the AFC Championship game. Or I don't know if Brady wins that game, because if Mahomes got a chance at a crack at the ball, I think he's going to score. But unfortunately, Brady, they flipped the coin. Brady won the toss. He take the ball down the field, score, game over with. So they changed the rule now in playoffs. Each team get a crack at it. At the end of the day, they don't like them because they keep winning. You can say the Taylor Swift hate or the Chiefs this, the Chiefs refs this, refs that. At the end of the day, how many calls are actually missed in the game? Watch the game. Offensive linemen hold all the time. Defensive linemen are going to put hands in the face all the time. DBs hold all the time. They don't make all the calls every time. Nobody's perfect. And I'm not saying that because I like the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes. At the end of the day, you got to beat this man. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. That's just how it is. As good as Josh Allen is, he ain't been good enough when it matters.
He ain't Patrick Mahomes. And I don't like Patrick Mahomes either. If Detroit had won or Minnesota, I'd be rooting for Detroit or Minnesota. But I got to root for Kansas City and Mahomes because I know he's the best quarterback out there. I don't care what nobody say. And
I say because of Vegas. Vegas make Mahomes look good.
I think to beat the Chiefs and definitely in the postseason, you got to blow them out. If it's a close game,
it cannot be close. And Patrick Mahomes got the ball with 2 minutes left. It can't be close.
You got to beat them by at least 2 scores. If you don't,
and what they don't do better than anybody, they don't beat themselves.
Exactly.
They don't beat them. They don't make mistakes. And you got one. And they're also if I take it back to the beginning of this conversation of this podcast, they're also consistent. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Steve Spagnuolo. Consistency. They've had the same 4 people. You build a rapport, people start to trust people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's easier when those butt crunching moments and those tight moments for you to trust Spagnuolo to send a corner blitz on Josh Allen on 4th and 5. Because Andy Reid done seen it before. He did the same thing to Brock Purdy last year in the Super Bowl. Third and about 7. Doggone, they trying to go score, and they send a doggone corner blitz. The same blitz, same guy sent a blitz to doggone Brock Purdy, and he doggone shoots the ball. That's called trust, and you only build that with consistency. And he knows Spagnuolo because he's had it with dog the whole time.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get a good show. Whatever the show, however it plays out, I hope. I personally want Philly to get some get back. That's what I want. Jalen Hurts, he's from the SEC. He played for Bama, played for Oklahoma.
If they gonna win it, it's gonna have to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts gonna have it. Steve Spagnuolo is not gonna let Saquon Barkley beat him. He's gonna put 8 in the box and man up outside with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Jalen Hurts is gonna have to win it.
Yeah, I see 2 or 3 interceptions coming.
And
so what?
The only
interceptions coming.
The only trump card I see that Philly has that may give the Chiefs some problems is if they do play 8 in the box to stop Saquon and man up outside. I can see Dallas Goedert at tight end having a field day. He's gonna give them problems in the middle.
The Brown gonna fold.
So they're gonna put Trent McDuffie on AJ Brown. That's how it is. They're gonna put him on. They're gonna man to man. Hey, you gotta go win. Can we make Jalen Hurts throw perfect balls outside? I mean perfect. Because the windows ain't gonna be open. They're gonna be tight windows. You gotta make a perfect throw. But Saquon Barkley, you're not gonna beat us. But if we going down this here, it won't be because of 46. I guarantee you that's what Spags is telling the Kansas City Chiefs right now. If they're gonna win this game, it won't be because of 2-6. It's gonna be because of number 1.
This is just one I hope Kansas City win. And I hate Kansas City, and I don't want to see them win 3 in a row, but I can't see Philly beating. I can't.
Why not?
Because them fans are worse than Dallas fans, bro. I can't. Let them go get beat. Kansas City get their 3-peat, and I'm satisfied. We start new.
That is hilarious. Y'all start new already. Y'all know Dallas just got a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, we got new coordinator, new coach. We doing it up.
You doing what?
I'm just joking. That's a joke.
He's a bum. Schottenheimer's a bum.
That's a joke. Well, we know that. But Dallas always going to get a bum because they got to follow Jerry Jones.
Right.
He can't get nobody that ain't going to follow him.
Right. Yep. Unfortunately,
so
that's true.
We stuck with it. And hope we can get a bum that's good enough to win one day.
I'm gonna tell you what, it's y'all fault. It's the Cowboy fans' fault. If you take the money out of Jerry's pockets, that's Jerry hangs his hat on the money that he makes. I control the head coach, and we make a lot of money. That's what it is. And if y'all really want true change, it's gonna be turn the TV off. I see a lot of Dallas Cowboys season ticket holders saying they ain't buying their season ticket this year.
Yeah, but I guarantee you the stadium will be packed every
Of
game.
course it would, and therein lies the problem. And that's why Jerry Jones won't change.
Well, that's why.
That's why
Him and Cleveland Browns the same way. Him and Cleveland, I don't care if you win or lose, fans come.
Yep.
I never understood it. And I wanted it done.
That's that Al Davis mentality, because that's what Jerry learned from. He learned from Al Davis. That's how Al Davis was. But the difference is Al Davis won the Super Bowls.
But one day we're gonna get lucky and he think he got an idiot and we're gonna get a good one.
Al Davis ain't win with Super Bowl. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Al Davis ain't got that many Super Bowls.
He didn't, but he got enough where it kept Oakland fans crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So
But y'all hear it from me first. I'm telling y'all now. Next year, national championship, Notre Dame.
if they keep the consistency they had, if they don't, depending on who they lose or who they don't lose.
They ain't losing
I like
nobody.
them this year, but they got that one play.
No, sir. I told y'all from the get-go, Ohio State was gonna win it. I told you that.
Wow.
Yeah, but that one play messed that whole game up. I don't care what nobody say. One play.
And AJ,
We'll
you can
be
get
back.
the baby. Alabama won't make no more playoffs.
We'll be
They're gonna
back.
make some more eventually, but it won't be this year.
We'll
You
be
got
back.
that right. No, you won't.
AJ, when they're making life decisions right now, man. You gotta leave him alone, man. Bama, man. He trying to get his mind right.
We'll be back. I'm telling you, we'll be back. I know Bama. We'll be back.
No, you knew Nick Saban and all that
better-
good stuff. You had a good run.
You better find a quarterback. You know that much.
You had a
We
good
got
run. A
Y'all
good.
don't
got a
put out no good quarterback. That's the
Huh?
same thing about it. Y'all don't put out no good quarterbacks.
Watch this. You said we don't?
No. Name a good quarterback y'all put out.
Mac Jones.
Trash. Where's he at?
You
Trash.
didn't say that, AJ.
Jalen Hurts.
he was Oklahoma. Y'all benched him.
Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to say the one down in Carolina.
That's what's gonna make this. That's what's gonna be in the Super Bowl next year.
Oh, you done lost your mind.
Hey man, I honestly, hey, be honest with you, I gotta give it to Bryce, man. Bryce took some licking, man. He kept on ticking, bro. He figured it out. I'm glad he did. I really am.
I am too, because I thought he was gonna get hurt, man. Because that's
I did too.
guy, and he took a beating.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that boy Keelan Ruff?
And he's a small guy too. He ain't big.
A small guy, and he took a beating. After they took him out, put him back in, he took a beating.
He did.
We got Keelan Russell coming in next year at QB.
What is it? What is he? 5-star?
5-star. He said he coming in, he taking everybody's spot. He don't want to, he's sitting on the bench now. He coming out there to play. So like I said, we'll be back. We'll be back, Joe.
Who y'all got first game? Y'all got a big first game this year, don't you? We got Florida State. Y'all play Florida State, right? Your first game?
Hold on. I had it. I think I got the schedule on my phone. So.
You ain't got it.
No, I got the schedule.
So Keelan Russell come to Athens and throw 3 picks, then what?
He going back where he came from.
Nick Saban days are gone, bro. It ain't guaranteed no more.
They say on Ohio State there's 10 players that are getting at least $1 million a year.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we got Florida State first game.
And that's how they're gonna stay on top for a while.
It's crazy.
Yep.
They
have a $20 million roster.
There's cats in the pros don't get that.
And you notice how they did that shit. Michigan, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're gonna take the NIL deals away when them guys start realizing, oh, I'm making this money.
Oh, that's here to stay. They ain't taking that away now. That's here to stay, bro.
They're gonna take that away when they start realizing, oh well, these guys don't want to come play in the pros because they're making it all in college.
But it's still a gamble because if you go to a big school and get paid and get those national games, I mean, that's your audition basically. So,
Yeah, there is.
You know, there'll be some lucky ones that, you know, are able to have the best of both worlds, to have their cake and eat it too. And that's what they take a gamble on.
I agree.
That's what they're doing.
But the kicker is that with the money that they're making right now, is that it's okay. I got a $20 million roster, and everybody's happy. Everybody's getting their money. And now all they get money because now the NCAA is going to actually start getting into it with what they can get and pay them as well. So
Right.
money comes from NCAA as well. So you it's not just the advertising, all that kind of stuff. It's the money from the actual college as well. Because now the colleges are actually putting the doggone the advertising on the field now.
Yeah.
So they making a lot of money. But get ready for the college game to be a lot longer because it's gonna be more commercials.
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because it's like, you know, I mean, even 10 years ago, SEC Network, that didn't exist, you know, within the last 10 or 15 years. And now you got all the Power 5 schools charging, for some of their, like highly contested games. It's like, you don't want to spend $300 on a ticket. Okay, well, you can spend $120 for this subscription.
Well, wait till they hit the streaming service. Wait till they hit Netflix and all that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Netflix is coming. They are.
Yeah, you know it's coming.
It's too much money.
Yeah.
And then you seeing all around the world. I mean, all around the world. So they're gonna make their money.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're gonna make their money. Players, you make yours too. That's how I see it.
Players should make theirs.
Yeah.
And if I get hurt, I don't make it in the pros, I still should live good for the rest of my life.
That's exactly right.
All right, NBC, we're going to wrap up this episode. We would like to thank Mr. Chester Adams for joining us. We'll definitely have to have you on again. I know that
appreciate you, bro.
Between now and the Super Bowl, I know a lot of business is going to get talked about, and Philly definitely better bring their A game. That's all I can say on that one.
I hope they bring their B game that day, bro.
I've met their chaplain before a couple times, Philly's chaplain. So I mean, it's a good group of guys, but I mean, I'm sure every team can say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I hope they do what they're supposed. They got to do.
If they went in our division, I might be rooting for them, but I can't. I can't do it. And I hate the fans. I got so many of them boys. I mean,
want to be a guest on the show? Respond to the email in the video description. We are MBC. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great one. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all have a good night.